Hello and welcome to episode 42 of Entertainment of Excellence, the podcast where we talk about films, TV, all of it. Hi, I'm Ollie.
I'm Thom.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're talking about the 2020 film We Can Be Heroes. This will contain spoilers. Hi, I'm Ollie.
I'm Thom.
Yeah, that's entertaining.
So, how do I break down the plot of this masterpiece of screenwriting?
Yum, yum,
Yum yum yum. So, aliens attack Earth. Yes. I wonder if we could try and make this a more structured episode where we go through bits that we encountered as we go through the plot.
I mean, it
Ooh.
is a film.
Like in Hill House. We can do it. Come on, guys, we can do it.
Well, you're not giving the
So-
synopsis at the start.
Okay, I'll do the basic setup. Aliens attack Earth, steal the group of superheroes that are supposed to steal them. Why did I say steal? Kidnap, steal them.
Nick them.
Kidnap the group of superheroes that's supposed to defend the Earth, and then it's basically left to their kids to save the planet and also their parents, maybe. That's the brief overview. So I think the most shocking thing about the intro is that it has Pedro Pascal in it. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Why did he do this film? I want to know.
Maybe he was
at
just.
the moment.
Oh,
Well-
he has been in a lot of stuff, but We Can Be Heroes, the Sharkboy and Lavagirl,
Maybe he just needed
soft
that
sequel?
paycheck.
maybe he did. But he also did it with Boyd Holbrook, who was in Narcos with him. Why?
Maybe they were fans of the original.
That's just what I want to know. No, okay. To be fair, Robert Rodriguez has done some stuff. Like he did Spy Kids and stuff as well. So maybe they were weird fans of that. Maybe they were just told they were going to do a Robert Rodriguez film, and when they heard that, they were thinking something like From Dusk Till Dawn or Sin City. And they're like, nah, it's the Sharkboy and Lavagirl sequel.
Got him.
I don't know how they listed it, but
Speaking of which,
yeah.
well, it's got to be brief, but shall we talk about the appearance of Sharkboy and Lavagirl? Sorry, because Sharkboy has a whopping 0 lines in this.
I know it's
Yeah.
quite impressive.
It
I
is.
mean, like.
It's almost like he's supposed to be a mute. Like because I've not seen Sharkboy and Lavagirl, I just have to assume that he's
Wait.
not supposed to speak.
Ollie, have you seen the
I know that's
original?
not true though. I've seen clips of him like dancing and going into a shark frenzy. Definitely.
Yeah, he doesn't speak much at the start of like Sharkboy and Lavagirl, but he does speak in it. He definitely has dialogue. It's like
Yeah.
maybe it's because I wonder if this had anything to do with the fact that they couldn't get the original actor of Sharkboy to play him in this film. So maybe they were just like, well, if
Well,
someone
yeah.
else speaks, it'll give away it's someone else. That doesn't make sense. 'cause it
Imagine
was a
being
kid
that
before.
actor. Everybody hates you because you're not the original Sharkboy, so you don't have any dialogue.
Also,
Why
like, they're
why didn't
married?
Taylor
Why
Lautner
are they
do
married?
this?
Like, and they have a kid. I mean,
Don't question it, Ben.
Yeah, I can't say I'm much of an expert on the law of this universe, but
yeah.
Why didn't Taylor Lautner do this? Like, is he did Grown Ups too? He's not like above. He's not above this film. I don't understand. Oh well, that's ruined chance. I think could have easily, Oscar nominee.
can we
But-
start by talking about the characters in this and specifically the superpowers because they were just so ridiculous.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think they're supposed to be fairly ridiculous.
Yeah, but can you just explain slow-mo? I don't understand him.
Okay, so is he
I don't
so
think-
fast he's slow, or is he slow? It's like, is his power that life goes by fast for him? Stand.
Oh, so yeah, slow. I think a lot of the characters don't make sense mechanically. Like, obviously slow-mo because,
I swear a few of them have
I can't remember if-
anti-superpowers.
like, I don't know if he experiences time the same way, which would be kind of horrifying if you could imagine not being able to move like at normal speed, or maybe he experiences time differently. Does that mean he ages at the same rate? Does his life feel shorter? I just get like existential dread thinking about Slow-mo's character. And then there's also rewind and fast forward that like can time travel.
Yeah, how does that work? Like, does it? I don't understand. Like, why didn't they just reverse time when the aliens came down? Or there's so many points in this film where they could literally have changed the whole story, but
He's on
I
full
know,
pop.
and they
He's on full
selectively
pop.
like
He's on
go
full
back in
pop.
time. There's the thing where they sometimes when they reverse people, they don't know that they've gone back in time, but sometimes they do. Like when they
Yeah.
get the key back from the guard.
Well, I
'Cause
mean, to be fair,
That
it
was so confusing when he says like, well, I can't remember. Is it Noodle that's touring around Melissa or whatever, and then he says they're twins, and she's like, "What are you on about?" And they're like, "Oh, fast forward, transport you in time again." And then they go back in time, but she remembers. But I don't
Just
know
shush, don't
that
question
bit
it.
made my head spin.
don't question it.
and then there's obviously the scene where they say, "No, they're too powerful together, so let's move them about a meter apart."
That's so
COVID.
funny. Like genuinely. I thought that they were just enforcing social distancing or something. That bit was ridiculous. There's so many ridiculous moments in this. I think Robert Rodriguez, obviously, going from like slick horror, very violent action films to kids films, I don't understand like what what he wants. It's really confusing because I think he had fun with this, but maybe sometimes he just has too much fun.
Yeah, but it kind of reflects in the film. Like, I think it was enjoyable, in a weird way, and I think it was definitely. I can see why it's quite a good kids film. Like, it's quite light-hearted, and
Yeah.
I never really felt like it was dragging too much or it was boring. I always seemed to be engaged with it in a weird way.
I felt it dragged in the middle.
Yeah,
At first I was like, damn, that first half an hour blasted by. And then I was like, oh, it's only been another 15 minutes.
I thought the first bit was. I couldn't tell if it was too fast or whether, like, because that's sort of the style of the movie, it worked. But either way,
Or
like,
because you watched it on 1.5 times speed.
I guess
Bit of a
that's.
call out there.
What if the in-universe explanation for slow-mo is he just watches things at 1.5 times speed?
Oh no. Oh, does he
Um,
watch it at 0.5 times speed?
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
anyway, but like the first bit, the pacing was like really fast. Oh, I can't tell if that worked or it didn't. But either way, the contrast to this, like the middle bit, it kind of dragged. That
Yeah.
just felt a bit jarring. I was like, wow, this has gone by
I
so
understand.
fast, but I'm already bored.
yeah.
There
I
were
feel
some
like-
good bits at the start. I just want to mention, like, when they're introducing the characters, some bits were dodgy, like when the guy that can change his face was like, I can make my face look just like you, to the mixed race character, and it's like, it's a bit of a yikes moment.
It wasn't intentional,
then-
but like.
But I did like when Wildcard set something on fire, and then Guppy comes in with the fire engine made of water. I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, that's a cool little joke.
That's a joke.
Also, how does Acapella's powers work? Because they say at one point that things can only hover, and like she's only got telekinesis if she sings a really low note. But then near the end, she just randomly starts singing when there's like the tense scene, and she's not making a low note at all, and she's just flying in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like noise equals telekinesis. It doesn't even make sense because still, like, a low noise, it makes things vibrate. It doesn't make them just hover in the air. I don't know how that works. I don't think you're supposed to think about it too much. That she was one of the characters I had issues with, but not as much as the time travel stuff.
Yeah.
But the beginning
feel
really
like
shows off like. Oh, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I felt that all the children work quite well, just because the majority of the uh, story was based around them. But any time that it cut to their parents, just I completely lost engagement. Partly by the fact there was just too many of them, and like half of them just didn't say anything, and then you have like the really fast guy, Slow Mo's dad, who, well, he was just such a ridiculous character.
Blinding fast. Yeah, he really wasn't like. I don't understand. Was it the acting or something, or the writing of that character? That was kind of. He felt like a caricature. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of something. It was quite strange, and I could never tell like whose kids were who. Like I assumed that Wheel was Techno's son because he was doing all the technology stuff, but it was actually Miracle Man's son.
Yeah,
which I was confused about. And
Guy's
Miracle Guy, and Miracle Guy's character arc is that he stops being ableist. I don't know. Is that the character arc? He's like, whoa, you did a cool stuff, but you're in a wheelchair. What?
Whoa.
Crazy.
Incredible.
I think it is pretty good though to have like a disabled superhero on. I'm sure that's nice for disabled kids.
Yeah.
But the Miracle Guy, I don't know. He really annoyed me. I was like, this is just kids Homelander.
I know.
Could you imagine if he just lasered everyone down? Just killed everyone?
The bit at the start where he's got like a selfie is the most Homelander thing ever.
Oh, that was such an awful joke though.
Take
like,
a quick selfie
was that,
for my
and then there were a
socials
couple
first.
there were a couple of like Trump jokes, like, but I don't get one of the Trump jokes because Miracle Guy says one of them. He's like, "Mr. President, I didn't vote for you," and the president is obviously supposed to be bad because at the start,
like how's he president?
Someone says, "Why is this guy president? He can't put two sentences together." Yeah, but then Miracle Guy says he didn't vote for him, but Miracle Guy is kind of annoying, so that's kind of weird. And then obviously at the end, it changes. Should we not? Oh, no spoilers yet. Oh, sorry. Then at the end, everything gets flipped on its head. I'm like, I don't understand what the analogy is supposed to be there. But anyway, it moves on. They have to escape the like Avengers Tower that they're trapped in, and the evil Mrs. Granada, who the actress is just having a brilliant time playing her. She obviously just liked being like over the top and stuff, and to be fair, she was quite fun to watch. But they escape by like getting in a tram, which is then caused to fly by a cappella, and then it falls like 10,000 feet or something, and then just bounces off the ground, and they're all fine. I don't know how that works, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I would say I didn't care, but I did care.
It's just
I'm
that you're
sorry.
not meant to question the logic of this film, but
Yeah.
that's the only thing we're doing.
And there's a few great bits at the start though, like slow-mo crying when his dad gets kidnapped, but it looks ridiculous. There is actually a good joke of the face guy that says like, the last look of my dad's face will haunt me forever, but it's a funny face. It was funny. I know I'm saying it sarcastically, but I was like, ha, exhale. And then there was the bit where Guppy, Sharkboy and Lavagirl's daughter, beats up that security guy, and then He goes like, "Oh no, she's got shark strength." That line delivery was. I'm sure there is a clip. I'm sure there's loads of clips somewhere of she's got shark strength. Just look it up and loop it for ages. I don't know. It's just
You don't
amazing.
need to loop it. You can just rewind time and then keep on doing that, like called rewind.
That's true. I think there's actually a 10-hour version of it. So there you go. Yeah.
Have we talked about the tear scene yet, where they all have to cry and then?
So that happens when they go to the spaceship and then they inevitably get captured by the aliens. So they kind of stay there moping around a bit. And then they're like, "Oh, Guppy has water powers. So what we're going to do is we're going to make people cry, but we're not going to tell them why. Apart from like 2 people, but they still cry anyway. And then use the tears, like just use your spit or something."
Yeah.
Why do you have to make people cry? Although, to be fair, the image of seeing Guppy going around like gleefully taking everyone's tears was quite a mood. But we went straight past the training montage, Ollie.
Oh, the training montage. That
So
was excellent.
when they find out they've got to save their parents and that they've got like 2 hours until the aliens do the takeover. So they're like, I know, training montage that takes an unspecified amount of time, and you never hear about the countdown again until they've got like 2 minutes left. So I'm really confused on how they managed to train and get like really good.
My guess is they must have trained for about an hour and a half, and then the last.
No, because the rest of the film was longer than half an hour after that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's kind of crazy.
Even if
I
you
don't know.
assume, right, that they trained for an hour and 58 minutes, and then the like fast forward and rewinds just like messed the rest of it up. How the hell do you?
That is also possible.
Or maybe like they just tried to do something and then rewinds it and keeps going until they actually get it. I don't...
Well, this scene like foreshadows the
now.
end where they all have to, work as a team.
Oh yeah, who would have guessed?
Teamwork
Missy
good.
becomes the leader.
It also is one of the many instances of using the song "Heroes" by David Bowie.
Yeah.
Except it's a really weird version where they change like how the chords sound and also the melody, and it's like, what is this? It's so jarring, and I hated it. I just hated it because I really like that song, and I know it's one of the most like overplayed Bowie songs, but I still like it, and that was just like awful. And then you've got like a cappella singing it, and it's just no.
Was this meant to set up like some sort of character arc where there was a payoff at the end where Missy is scared to go along a...
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And I just love that bit where they go to like the garden and then they reveal the secret training course and it looks like really crap. It's like everything flips over and then it's just like some of those like yoga balls. It's like really not high tech at all.
No, they had like those robot things. They were pretty high tech.
Oh, they were high tech, but when it was first revealed, you get like some like punching bags and then some fitness balls.
Yeah,
but, I agree. The robots were high tech.
She reminded me a bit of that character in The Incredibles that like makes the suits and stuff. The grandma.
Oh yeah.
Who? What? You mean Edna Mode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Edna Mode is more iconic.
Yeah, but
hot take.
Whoa.
That scene where I know this is a bit later, but when she goes into the room where all the
so
adults
weird.
are.
How did she get there? How did she
doing?
get a spaceship to get there,
Maybe she
then
was
hide in like a towel.
Maybe she was secretly
crouched
superhero,
over.
and her power is teleportation.
Yeah, and did she know about the ending? Can we just I'm gonna we need to go to the ending. The ending is the alien threat wasn't the aliens were real, but all they wanted to do was train up the younger generation so that they can take over their parents who have gotten bad.
Which like renders
But
the
the
whole
aliens have
all
been,
of the
like,
scenes with the
in-
parents like getting like worried about the kids like completely useless.
Yeah, because they just like get released and then they're like really smiley and stuff, and they like they knew all along. It's like, well, what? Why were you worried?
Like I get that maybe the first bit
What?
they were like
And
acting
the
and
aliens
stuff,
have been
but
there for like years to do this. They got into the government and set up, like, Miss Granada set up the heroics. What? And it's like, we need kids, but like they only managed to crack all the alien stuff because it was designed by children. So it would have been better designed by adults, right?
No, the children.
I know they made it
needed-
intuitive, but at the end, like the decoding the master thing, you'd want to make that difficult, but no, because it's made by a child. It doesn't make. Oh.
the reveal that
It's bad and wrong.
that Ojo has the one with the really useful power of being able to draw, which for some reason it takes him forever to work out that she can draw the future. Like, how did that take so long?
yeah.
Yeah.
Then she, accidentally draws the fact that she's an alien, but then it sort of
stupid.
reveals like they're setting that up.
Yeah, and it's like they knew for ages. Why didn't they just tell them and say, like, we should probably get rid of this alien spy? Like, they knew about like half an hour into the film, maybe a bit more than that.
But,
Like,
you know,
they
that point where he's like, "Oh, what the do?"
Oh, yeah. There he goes, holy. He's like, holy.
Language, Morris.
Well, that's a good joke that no listeners will get, Ben.
Until we reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. So go and like and subscribe right now.
Yeah. Like, I don't. Why did they just kill her? I don't know. Well, they're kids. They wouldn't kill her, but
Knocked her out.
like accidentally leave her behind. Just why wouldn't you just tell everyone she's an alien spy? Oh, there's an alien spy! Like, that bit was so annoying. Oh. Oh, sorry, just annoyed me. And the ending. Okay, the ending. They drop the MacGuffin to a platform or something, and then Noodle's like, "Oh no, it is literally 1 meter out of my reach." Even though I'm sure he managed to stretch that far to grab the building and steer the tram when they were in that bit. But whatever. So then they're like, "Oh, slow-mo doesn't get affected by gravity because he falls slowly," which freaked me out. I was like, "What? What?
How
does his powers work?" And then they just get him down, and he gets the thing, and then they're like, "Well, what do we do now?" Like, we just chucked someone down there, and then Wildcard, because he manages to finally grapple his powers, just flies down and gets it anyway. Like, Blinding Fast is still like, "Yay, my son did." Teleports down. And then Blinding Fast is still like, "Yay, my son did something." It's like, he literally did nothing. He just made it harder for Wildcard to get back up. Why did they go down? And also, but they said, like, when he held it up, and they're like, "How are we going to get it?" It was like, well, it is now high enough off the ground for Noodle to reach. So I assume that then he would actually be useful, but instead they bring in Wildcard. There, I've rewritten the final scene to be better for you. You're welcome.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't know that Wildcard had conquered his abilities when they went down.
No, he fought off the aliens before in the control room.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, did they?
Well, he could have been the one to, like, put it in the thing or something. I don't know.
At least the the weird face guy actually was able to use his ability for once, and it actually worked out.
Oh yeah, no,
like
that was good.
Yeah.
That he disguised himself
Didn't
as
see that one
Wildcard.
coming.
That was. I didn't. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, well done. Like that bit of the initial plan was good, but the plan of not telling everyone about the alien spy was stupid. Can't get behind that one.
Yeah, because they made that plan without. How did they make that plan with not letting her know? But why didn't they just say she's a spy?
I don't know. It makes no sense. When I found out that they knew the whole time, because I knew what the ending was because I'd seen a couple of reviews of this already. But we did get to see Ben get to the ending live and get extremely annoyed about it. It was brilliant. So I knew that, but I didn't realize that they knew that she was an alien spy all along. I knew that she'd literally drawn herself as an alien. Well, that was so stupid.
Yeah.
She draws herself as an
Artist
alien, gives the
interpretation.
iPad to them. Does he expect them not to know?
And how come, when Guppy is, she's running out of water in that final fight, and she's making ninja stars out of the remaining water she's got. Then a little bit after that, Wheels reveals that she could have just used the molten metal. Why didn't he just say that before? There was literally behind her loads of liquid that she could have just used that whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think he noticed, but I don't think it was established. Why is it all liquid? I
don't
thought it's
know.
because of shark powers. The sharks are in the ocean. It's just all liquid because you can make anything a liquid.
Oh, I did quite like that joke when the parents were squabbling and Sharkboy got a bit fired up and Lavagirl's like, "No, calm down, Sharkboy. He's just baiting you." Haha, because he's a fish.
Oh.
And then Sharkboy said absolutely nothing. Didn't
Yes,
say anything the whole film.
Didn't even do his little dance.
it's so sad. Press like for
I will say
Sharkboy to
that
dance.
the set design still has that Spy Kids and Sharkboy and Lavagirl look, the weird, really garish colours and all the curvy. It looks like it's designed by the same people that made those red and yellow toy cars that you had when you were 3. You know the vibe?
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were called. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
It looks like a kid's toy set. But all of Robert Rodriguez's films look like that. Why? just please. Just do better sets.
At least there was a slight improvement with the special effects.
Oh, the problem with
I mean,
the
it was
special
still dodgy,
effects,
some of
though,
the flying.
Yeah, but
I thought they were too good because part of
Yeah.
the charm of the original was the special effects were so bad. It'd be like if you did a sequel to Birdemic but got actually talented people to do it just on a low budget.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
can't really tell if it was taking itself too seriously or not. Because at times it definitely seemed like it did, but at the same time it did sort of embrace a lot of the the memes and stuff, and the reason why the other films have sort of caught on.
I kind of feel that it wasn't so much marketed towards kids as it was people who were kids when they saw the original movie.
No,
Yeah.
it was marketed towards kids.
I'm
I'm sorry, Ben, you're just wrong.
No,
Well, either way, we're definitely not the target audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe it was marketed towards kids, but I feel that some of the tonal stuff is still trying to appeal to people who are slightly older who just laugh at it. I don't know.
On the special effects, the bit where Guffy goes into a shark frenzy with that terrible shaky cam, and she's just kind of pottering around and going, "Arr!" That I don't think it was supposed to be, but that was hilarious. Highlight of the movie, if you ask me. And I see a lot of reviews like giving it quite high, and they're like, "It's a kids movie, and my kids liked it." But like, you can have good kids movies.
Yeah.
Do people know this? Like, this has so many things wrong with it, and weird logic, and just bad writing, like the slow-mo dropping down thing. Like,
Well,
but you can have good kids movies.
yeah. There's a critic review here that gave it an 80, saying that it's a family-friendly film that feels like his most personal project yet. This is Robert Rodriguez. And
Yeah.
says it's a cheerful and colourful take on the superhero genre with a powerful message about empowering younger generations to take the reins and do better than their parents. Like,
Uh,
did people actually like that theme? Was that
I mean, the one just below it gave it a 75 and said it will keep the adults entertained as well.
I definitely
Okay.
say I was entertained, but
Yeah, but not in the right way.
no.
And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was all right, but some of it was freaky. Like, do you remember when Noodle was like, "Oh, I'll go check it out," and then his neck he like bends forward a tiny bit and his neck just stretches out. That was freaky. I feel like I would have cried if I was a 3-year-old at that bit. I didn't like it. And I just think like a lot of the costume design, a lot of the costume designs as well as the set designs again, just are a bit weird. Like, you've got really bright and tacky suits like Miracle Guy and stuff, but then you've just got the classic like black suit but with body armor on for like Pedro Pascal and one of the other guys. Like, it's felt like they couldn't decide on the tone. I just really hated looking at that purple spaceship. I think that's what I'm annoyed about, is watching that.
I feel like they could have sort of done quite an interesting exploration of Wildcard once he discovered that he literally has every power imaginable. But
He's literally a god.
yeah.
Yeah, when he overcame that, I was like, I am terrified of this boy.
Wait,
this 13-year-old child could destroy the world. Who are his parents?
Yeah, didn't he say
can't
his
remember.
mum was normal and then did his dad die or something?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know if that was him or not. One of the standout moments for me was Guppy's amazing dialogue. Am I just small or is this room really big? That's such a great line.
That was an amazing line. I'm glad you wrote it down, Ollie.
I just remembered it actually. But
oh, did you remember about the president being called Neil Anami, which is I'm an alien backwards?
Oh, that was such a shocking revelation.
Amazing. I loved that.
I like the way that it zoomed in on the screen and it like revealed it painstakingly slowly, like wow. I am an alien.
Whoa.
That was why. That was such a ridiculous thing. Ah, I don't know why. Robert Rodriguez. I don't understand why he does this. He directed an episode of The Mandalorian as well. Maybe that's how he met Pedro Pascal. So there you go. Oh, one of the characters, Ogima, spelt backwards as Amigo. There you go. We should have been spelling all the characters' names backwards.
What Guppy backwards is? Your pug.
Ipug.
And
yeah,
like the fact that at the start of the film, when the aliens were literally invading the planet and like the superheroes had fallen, but society just seemed to be going on as normal. Like,
it seemed like nobody cared apart from like the newsreader and like the kids.
Yeah, and then Pedro Pascal was presented as like being weird for caring for the fact that aliens were invading the planet. Like, oh, who cares about that?
Yeah, who does care? I'm trying to find. It says about that Ogima thing, but I can't actually find an Ogima in the cast list. which is a bit weird. Crazy. And what a movie. Have we? Do you think we can round up now? How long have we been talking about this?
35 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was longer.
How about the music? Why don't we talk about that?
Yeah, that was done by the.
Oh,
say
they
that-
be written by like his Robert Rodriguez's 20-year-old son.
Yeah.
I thought it was very in your face, and I don't think it ever stopped. And it was
Nah.
just kind of like stock film music. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, there was one point where I was like, "Please stop!" Like, it would have been better with no music. Like the bit when they went into the room and all the superhero kids were like doing work and being quiet. That would have been better with like no music, but they had music. I can't remember what it was. I just remember that it was there.
I'd have
So
preferred
it's
if
music.
a cappella
Oh, you'd
follow them around the whole time singing. That'd have been.
Oh, are you counting that as the soundtrack? Because I didn't like a cappella and Lady Vox or whatever, like constantly breaking into song. I
You know that
I
point where,
hated it.
where her mum was in the room with the superheroes, and then I don't know what they tried to do. They like trying to get up in their face and just like, and just push them away. Like, what was that?
And also when Acapella screamed and made all the bad guys like cover their ears, why didn't the kids have to cover?
I don't
whatever.
know.
Whatever. Who cares? Oh,
That's not the point. The point is kids good, teamwork good, and
Teamwork good. Thumbs up.
the underdog can be the leader.
kids
you mean
should create
Updog?
spaceships. Yes. No, her superpower is that she's a team leader, Ollie.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Did you not read the subtext? Come on.
That's why when the ball gets stuck up in the tree, she can't get it. Such a shame.
And then it fell down by itself. I don't know what the point of that was. I was like, oh, maybe she does have some secret power. Nope. It's teamwork is her superpower.
Whoa, do I have superpowers?
Oh no.
Are you a good team leader, Ollie?
I'm a good team player.
No,
Ooh.
you need to believe in yourself.
No.
You have that
Yeah, you
power
need to.
inside you.
Yeah, like Wildcard said, you need to believe in yourself. You need to.
Believe in
I think
yourself.
that was it actually. Believe in yourself. You need to.
Believe
If
in
you find out
yourself.
anyone's an alien spy, don't tell anyone. Keep it to yourself. You
What?
ain't no snitch.
Why, like, when they're fighting Ojo, why don't they just try and knock the iPad out of her hand?
That's true. They could.
Yeah.
And
She's
and
literally
also-
powerless without her.
why would Missy have been the one to like bait the monsters? Like, why would they be so worried about killing her when she can literally do nothing?
No, what are you on about? That's not nothing.
She, like, they could have just maybe gone for the one flying around on a massive metal shark. I don't know. Why did they? That confused me so much. And why didn't they just like chomp off Noodle's arm? And then she would have just fallen. Sorry, I'm so annoyed.
God, Noodles was
Oh.
just such a creepy character.
Okay, but can we now talk about the iPad thing? Because could she tell the future, or did her drawing something on the iPad make it happen? Because when she drew the monsters on, they came out of the iPad.
Shush.
So could she just control the future?
Shush.
Well,
or
at
was it
one
because
point,
she knew the
doesn't it-
plan?
Doesn't it show her drawing some alien at one point when they're trapped in the room, but then she sort of hides it away?
Yeah, she's
And-
drawing Miss Granada or whatever as an alien.
I thought she was drawing something else then, but
Oh.
I'm not sure, maybe.
And then they're like, nah, we knew you're an alien because of something that they did. I can't remember.
Well, as the only one that's seen Sharkboy and Lavagirl, Ben, how does it compare?
I mean, I enjoyed Sharkboy and Lavagirl so much more than this because, like, I mean, you could obviously have the same criticisms of Sharkboy and Lavagirl, like the plot holes, the terrible special effects, the like.
They look even worse from what I've seen.
Yeah, but then
A
that's
lot
like
worse, actually.
it's like the same thing with like Birdemic, I'd say. Like, it was still like
Okay.
actually enjoyable. Like for example, when like a few of us were watching it, uh, there was just this the villain's called Mr. Electricidad, and he's just like this like huge face in this like CGI robot costume, like robot suit thing, and when he just first came on screen, we were just like laughing for 10 minutes straight. It was
Well, you got to remember that maybe if we watched this together, it would have also been increased the enjoyability.
I mean, yeah, but then just thinking about the movie itself, I felt like this just didn't have the same sort of I don't want to say the word like spirit or vibe or whatever. It just didn't like feel as true to the original. And like it wasn't a terrible movie. But I'd say the original was I at least personally enjoyed a lot better.
I'm just looking at some pictures from the original, and it actually looks disgusting. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
the special effects.
Like
I mean,
apparently
bear in mind this is a
Looks like a
very
fever dream.
loose sequel. Like,
from what I can
it's set in
remember,
the same universe, but
from what I can
Well,
remember,
because
the
Sharkboy and Lavagirl were like figments of some kid's imagination, weren't they?
or were they?
Oh, I see. Thank you for summarizing the entire plot.
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't know. You should definitely go watch Sharkboy and Lavagirl. I'll say that's my recommendation because I don't have any others.
Okay.
Cool.
But
So
should you watch this? That's the question.
it is indeed.
Let's find out with our ratings.
This is the answer
Are we
to
doing them?
like the most important question in life, the universe, and everything. What is the question?
How many Sharkboy and Lavagirl films should there be?
At most.
Wait. 42. Oh, at most. I thought it'd be at least.
40, yeah, at most 42.
Oh, okay. You don't want them to overdo it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough.
I feel like someone else should go first with ratings because I don't know where to start.
That's fair. Do you want me to go first?
Go on then. I'm just looking up the Hall of Fame, which you can find on our website, entertainmentofexcellence.weebly.com.
Yeah.
It has all the past episodes. You can see
up to the
what.
top real quick.
Yeah. See what films are like top rated ever, and it's split into genres. You can read about us. It's all very.
So personally, I think we should be looking at Blade Runner.
Yeah.
This be our first 9. Stay tuned in to find out.
There's 9.
Who's actually going to stop us if we give this a 9?
That's true, Ollie. We have infinite power. We're a wild card.
We are.
I've got to think.
When we did Birdemic, we gave that a 5 because that was like the quality was a 1, but the enjoyment was a 10. I definitely wouldn't say the enjoyment was anywhere near as much as Birdemic. But I don't think it's like in the 2s or sort of that range. It's not like right at the bottom. I'll probably have to give it. Is it better or worse than Robot Monster?
Oh, I think I think it's better than Mile 22.
See, that's the problem. I think it's better than Mile 22, but I enjoyed Robot Monster more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Robot Monster was worse quality as well.
Yeah, I mean, if we're taking into
this, even though it has
quality,
terrible special effects, is better than Robot Monster.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. 6.
Worse than Mile 22. Interesting. What about you, Ben?
Wait, 4.6. That's better than Mile 22.
No, but my rate.
No,
yeah,
for
yeah.
Ollie.
What did I
Yeah.
give Mile 22?
You gave it 4.3.
4.4. Just more.
Well,
Please go 4.5.
no, because I enjoyed it better than Mile 22.
Yeah.
So, wait, what have we had? We've had 4.6, 4.4. So I'm gonna go 4.8.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's
What a
edgy.
massive difference.
down,
How
young man.
dare you?
I was, originally I was thinking of rating it above Birdemic, but then I realised I might get kicked off the podcast.
You might get kicked off the podcast anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're already in a
Okay.
pretty precarious position. So
Yeah.
look,
Fire and
well,
grooving.
there you go.
Nice.
Cool. So,
Cool.
we have a submission spotlight
Submission
section.
spotlight.
Which is
Yes.
empty as always. Because, like, no one listens to us. Just someone write a story specifically for the podcast. Please.
Shall I write one in?
We could
Do it as a
review your
submission
fanfiction
spotlight.
you wrote the other week.
No. No.
Got to keep it PG.
Yeah.
If you do works of media, entertainment, that sort of like stuff, then go and
Sort of do.
send it
So
in.
do.
That sort of I can't think of a line in the film fast enough. Anyway, just send it in.
We're
Contact
literally.
us.
Whatever.
Contact us, please, on our website or Twitter or Instagram, which are both at ERV Podcast, or leave a comment somewhere, or just like, I don't know, post on your own website talking about Entertainment of Excellence. So we'd probably be sad enough to search it up. Do it, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Now we can finally go on to the recommendations, because I know Tom's dying to get past the submission spotlight section.
Well, you see, I think I watched a film this week,
Did you?
but I can't remember what it was.
It was.
I know it was Week of the Heroes. Yeah, shut up. I'm pretty sure I watched one at the weekend, but now I feel like I'm going insane, and I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I might not have a
I'm
recommendation.
sure Days in the
I've nearly
Basement are all the
finished.
same.
I've nearly finished reading a book. I don't know. I'm getting worked up here.
Losing your touch.
feel- Insecure for not having a recommendation.
Join the squad. Join the cool gang.
Do you have one, Ollie?
Why don't you do the book?
Oh, go on then. I've not finished it, but I'm finishing it today. So unless it gets ruined in the last 50 pages, I've read Birdsong, which is about a soldier in World War One, and it also talks about a bit before that and someone in the late 70s trying to discover about World War One, and it's very dark and gritty, and it has loads of stuff about how love works, dealing with death, surviving in a war. It's really it's got really interesting characters that are quite in depth and nuanced, and it says a lot of interesting things, and it's also not boring. Oh, that's useful, isn't it? So it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's one of the best selling books of all time. So wow, I really read niche stuff, don't I?
Mm.
That's a pretty flattering review. It's not boring.
Yeah,
Damn.
it is. I think that's a good review.
Put it on the cover. I guess I'll recommend. Well, it's called Untouchable or Intouchables. It's not The Untouchables. It's like a French film, so that's why it's a bit of a dispute, I guess, about the title. Um, and it's got like a massive discrepancy between the audience score and the critics score. I'm not sure about Rotten Tomatoes, but on IMDb it's an 8.5 with like audience reviews, but it's only got a 57 meta score. I definitely don't think it deserves to be that high, but it's a it's basically tells the story of it's based on a true story actually. It's about this paraplegic aristocrat who appoints this guy sort of who's been raised on the streets to um care for him. He originally is only looking for jobs in order to get his unemployment benefits, but then he does actually take up this role, and he sort of has like a massive, well, both of the characters have really monumental impacts on each other's lives, and it combines quite emotional drama of and character development of these two, but it's also takes quite a comedic stance quite a lot of the time, so it's quite light-hearted at the same time. Um, and I think it's definitely enjoyable. I just don't think it's as amazing as a lot of people seem to think, but I think it's definitely worth a watch, especially if you you sort of want to watch a few more foreign films.
Cool.
Nice. As usual, I don't
Do you have a
any-
recommendation, Ben?
Oh, I mean, technically I could, but I haven't finished it yet. I want to see if any of the later seasons get worse. So hang on tight and keep tuning in every week to see if I recommend it.
Is it does it begin with an X?
Possibly or possibly
Ooh.
not. I guess you'll just have to tune in next
Ooh.
week to find out.
Does it have a dash as the second character?
Took me a second to work out that you meant like character in the typographic sense. Maybe or maybe not. I guess you'll just have to wait till next week to find out. Or maybe the week
Does it have
after.
a Illuminati theme tune?
I guess it might or might not.
Ooh.
Right, should we say what we're doing next week then?
It might be quite polarizing.
So proud of you. You made the joke.
That's right, we're doing Shaun the Sheep the movie.
No, Ollie.
Oh, sorry. I got that a
Everyone
bit
loved
wrong.
Shaun the Sheep the movie.
We're doing polar, hence the funny joke TM.
Big Mads Mikkelsen.
Big Mads Mikkelsen. Me and Ollie have seen The Hunt, so we're
Yeah.
like, yo, he's cool. We might be let down.
Yeah, because it's apparently quite bad.
But
But it does have a bopping
Yeah.
soundtrack by Deadmau5, so maybe at least we'll have that to listen to.
Maybe at least. Yeah.
Oh, that Metascore is not great.
That's a yummy Metascore.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is very violent. Action is okay.
If you look at the
to me
Parents Guide on
is like
IMDb, it's quite
maybe a bit
full
bad.
of stuff.
I'm thinking okay action, but it's because it's Mads Mikkelsen, and then the plot is terrible. That's my guess.
Probably the antithesis of this film.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, go and subscribe to us on YouTube, like the video, because that actually helps us. You can always unlike it when we're big. Go and follow us on social medias.
Why?
Because So
I
no,
can just imagine someone that's like liked all our past videos and we get to 1,000. I was like, no, just go.
No,
back
right,
to,
time to like them all.
yeah, follow us on social medias at EOV Podcast on both Instagram and Twitter, which I haven't been updating recently, but you should go follow anyway.
Yeah. And maybe we will update it. If you
Our
actually
website is
follow it.
entertainmentofexcellence.weebly.com. You can sign up for the mailing list, which I also haven't done since episode like 24. But go and do that now. Right now.
Now.
Make sure you watch Polo, which is only on Netflix. Get a Netflix. Get one Netflix right now. Alright, see ya.
All right.
All
See
right.
ya.
See ya.